what college football is about, right? I mean, that's why we love when our fans show up and why we're so appreciative that we've averaged over 20,000 fans and how our student sections show up last year. So that's the type of environment that you know, when you're a little kid in the backyard and you throw in or catch in a game-winning touchdown pass, like that's the environment you imagine.
This is the ODU Coaches Show on News 3.
Yeah, that feeling of football is in the air. We are back for year 5 of the Ricky Rahne Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. Coach, thanks a lot once again for being with us this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun this season, a lot of things to look forward to. Back at it. What's it like just being back out here? It's got to be exciting for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you enjoy the vacation over the summer and being with your family and things like that, but ultimately coaching football is something I love to do.
Yeah.
And camp and preseason camp and everything is probably where you do most coaching, so that's one of the most enjoyable times of the year.
How do you like the look of the team coming out of preseason?
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, we've got a lot of talent. We've got some good depth. I like the player leadership that we have, you know, really from top to bottom. Guys are holding each other accountable, and so yeah, I'm excited about this team.
You can't say this for everybody across the board in this current landscape of college athletics, but a lot of continuity for you guys, both in the coaching staff and on the roster. Of course, you always have those guys who transfer in, but you have a lot of familiar faces back. Does that put you guys further ahead at this point than you were last year at this time?
I think because you have so many new faces, you're always kind of starting from ground zero. I think that's how you have to do it in college football nowadays. But, you know, having the continuity does allow us to – guys know how we're supposed to practice. The guys know what's acceptable, what's not. They're coaching each other up and things like that. I think that's very helpful. And then just having the same coordinators, you know, same offense, defense, and special teams coordinator, same trainer, same strength coach. Those things are all very helpful.
Well, one of those familiar faces, Colton Joseph, coming back. Eight games of starting under his belt. Obviously, he comes in, gives you guys a pretty good feeling there under center.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, Colton obviously a very dynamic player and can run and pass and do some great things. And then just being able to have a guy like Quinn, who was also a player of the week in the Sun Belt as his backup, you know, that's something that very few people have. And then, you know, we're really excited about the freshman Ryan Huff as well. He's really shown and grown and matured. And that quarterback room in general it's continued to be a bright spot for us.
Other side of the ball, Jason Henderson back. That's got to be good for you guys. What's his status? Is he healthy? And what can we expect from him this year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's back and body's looking healthy and those sort of things. I think the key for us is we have incredible depth at that linebacker position.
Yes, you do. Yep.
And, you know, we have a bunch of guys who have started games there. I mean, even our third, you know, guy there, Seth, has started games for us there. So it's one of those situations where we have some good depth at that position, and we feel good about it. And obviously our front seven in general, with having some defensive linemen back, and we feel like we've got about 9 defensive linemen that can play. So that's going to be something that's going to help us out.
Obviously, fans are excited to learn about this team. What do you think the strongest area of this team is coming out of the preseason?
I think in general it's just depth and just the mentality that our guys play with. You know, right now I think those are the 2 strongest things. I think our overall depth, we have. You know, it's going to help us on special teams. It's going to help us be able to the grind, Sunbelt to grind, right? I mean,
totally.
It's a conference that each and every week, you know, you have to strap it up, and then just the overall mentality. I feel like the guys are really understanding what I'm expecting from them, what their coaches are expecting from them, what they expect from each other. And I think that's going to be critical. Well,
and there was so much you guys focus on, but was there any particular points of emphasis that you guys really tried to hammer home a little bit extra during the preseason?
You know, turnover margin is one of them, which means, you know, both ball security on offense, but ball disruption on defense. I think that's something that we've really hammered home. I think both sides have done a nice job with that, and you can see it each and every day. That's been one. And then, you know, tackling and breaking tackles. You know, I mean, in early seasons, that's critical, right? Breaking tackles and tackling is going to be absolutely critical. And then we always emphasize special teams, and that's something we're going to continue to do. And that's an area where I always feel like we should and can get an advantage during that area.
So I think one of the cool things about people in, well, I guess any profession, is that the longer you're in it, you never stop learning, right? You're always trying to, you know, perfect your craft and fine-tune and learn something different. With that said, how do you think you're different as a coach now than you were back in 2021 when you and I were standing here for our first show?
I I mean, I think I'm different in a number of areas. I think I've grown not only as a coach, but as a man, as a father, as a mentor, as a husband. You know, I think you're just growing all the time, and if you're not, then what are you doing? I do think it's a little different because the rules of what we're dealing with each and every year have changed, right? So you're just forced to change too, right? The program has changed because we're forced to. But I mean, I obviously I feel more comfortable. I know you know, areas that I need to get better at. I know, you know, maybe my weaknesses, and I know how to utilize other people in our program to maybe you know, mitigate some of those weaknesses. and so I think that that's probably one of the things that I've grown on.
In the immediate future, you guys are learning about the Indiana Hoosiers. We're diving into Game 1 when the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show continues right after this.
Keeps it this time. Looks for Conroy, keeps it himself toward the pylon. Touchdown! All Dominion. Colton Joseph, the fake of the throw, lures the defense away, goes on in. 6 points for the Monarchs. Colton Joseph keeps it this time. Nobody's anywhere near him. He's going to go. Colton Joseph, touchdown, Old Dominion. Oh, look at the youngster, the fake. No one went with him around left end.
That's Ted Alexander, 94.1, the Old Dominion Football Radio Network. And, Coach, you guys waste no time getting going. The Indiana Hoosiers on the road this weekend, a college football playoff team last year.
Yeah, you know, Coach Signetti's done a great job, you know, and getting him to the college football playoffs, and you know, they're a talented team, and you know, I think, you know, obviously they have a lot of transfers, but you know, I'd like to give Coach Signetti a little credit. I mean, the core of his team is JMU transfers that he took with him, and those are guys he recruited, and he should get a lot of credit for that. For whatever reason, people kind of dinged him on that, but it's like, he recruited those guys, and so and helped develop them and things like that.
And he knows them, and
yeah, and so, you know, they do have some transfers, but probably not more than anybody else has. And he's, you know, they've done a nice job of supplementing the guys they have returning from last year. But it's going to be a good challenge for us, but I know our guys are excited to play in that game.
Well, and so much of this is probably like, you know, you guys handling yourselves, because I would imagine you look at some film from last year, but at the same time, with the transfers and with this current landscape we've talked about, it's probably so different that, you know, how much film do you watch from last year, and you know, how much can you actually take away from it?
They still have quite a few guys back. And,
they do have a good nucleus.
And the one thing they also have is, you know, they're well coached, so their film, you can see what they're trying to get done and those sort of things. And so, you know, they haven't changed much over the years. They've added new wrinkles each and every year. That's one thing they've been very good at, and we need to be prepared for those type of things. But you can still watch some film and get some stuff done. But yeah, it is weird, you know, when you're having to look at the quarterback and you're looking at Cal film, you know, just to kind of see what he's going to do and things like that. But I think that all of us are so used to this being our new reality that this is just kind of what we do now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like old hat at this point.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's familiar faces. You talked about the JMU guys. Obviously, you know, Grant's there now. So you're going to recognize some faces and some playing styles on that other sideline. Yeah.
I mean, they've got some guys, you know, who we played against for a few years, and you know, some guys from Virginia and things like that. So this is, you know, they've got a good roster. You know, they've got a challenging schedule, and I'm sure as Coach Signetti is trying to tell them is, you know, hey, I know these guys are, you know, Old Dominion's going to be ready to play, and so I know our guys are, and they're excited to play in this game. They're excited to play in a Big Ten environment, and I've told them, you know, this Indiana field, tried to show them a little bit of it and those sort of things, and that's just something that you try to get ready for and get your guys prepared for what they're going to experience, you know, the crowd noise and things like that.
Do you have any memories of this stadium from your days in the Big Ten?
You know, we had some tight games against them, tighter than I think people would remember. I mean, you know, in 2016 when we won the Big Ten championship, we beat them by 14 points, but we got a strip sack fumble on the last play of the game for a touchdown.
Closer than it
so
looks.
We really only won by 7. You know, and we were losing for a good portion of that game and had to come back and win. We had a flea flicker there that ended up being a really big play in the game, and those sort of things. And then in 2018, we had a big kickoff return that allowed us to go and score and that sort of thing. I'll always remember that one because it's the game where Trace McSorley's touchdown. He had thrown a touchdown pass in every game he'd ever started, and it ended in that one. He ran for, I think, 3.
Right.
But he did not throw one in that game. And it really showed how much, I love that kid. And he had a wide open guy for a touchdown on an RPO, and he kept it instead because it was the better play.
Sure.
Just keep it and walk in
Sure.
instead of having the throw go. Because he very easily could have taken that and kept that streak going, and instead he ran it in and just shows how unselfish he was. So those are probably the 2 things I remember.
Yeah, stuff like that stands out to a coach. No doubt at all.
No doubt.
No doubt. Hoosiers, second in the nation in total defense last year. So you guys have your work cut out for you on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they did a nice job. I mean, they're not necessarily trying to confuse you and do those sort of things. They're playing defense. You know, they're getting off blocks. They're in the right spots. They're covering people and doing things like that. They have some great talent. They have a very good scheme. Don't get me wrong. That's a compliment what I said.
Yeah.
And they're not trying. They're out there and they're a well-coached team and they've got some good talent. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
You talked about the Cal film with Fernando Mendoza, 3,000-yard passer, and did that only in 11 games last year. He missed the last game with an illness. What jumps out about him?
You know, he's a big kid. He looks how you want him to look, and you know, he can run, and he's got a very strong arm. And can fit it in some tight windows. So, you know, there's some buzz about him being, you know, one of the top quarterbacks taken in the next year's draft, and you know, I think that from his physical talents, you know, that's well deserved.
So let's talk about this stage you guys are going to be on. You guys aren't intimidated by these stages. You guys have played well on these stages. You guys seem to embrace the chance. No stage is too big for you guys, it seems.
No, I think we see him as an opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, this is an opportunity for us. You know, we're blessed in the Sun Belt to always have, you know, national games on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a game you know is going to be watched, you know is going to be nationally recognized, you know people are going to want to see what Indiana does coming off of last year, and our guys see this as an opportunity for them to go out there and prove that you know, they're a good football team and good football players in their own right.
Looking forward to seeing you guys there, Coach. 2:30 p.m. at Indiana coming up on Saturday.
Snap, handed off to Duke, and he's going to be taking. No, he keeps it himself. Quinn Hedicle over the line, and he's gone. Quinn Hedicle, welcome to Monarch Nation. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Well, it has been a spring and a fall of Old Dominion colliding against each other, but now the silver and blue finally getting a chance to hit a team in a different colored jersey. The players ready to get into Big Ten country and rock and roll.
Competition, man. Great competition up ahead, and iron sharpens iron. So, you know, as soon as we go up there, you know, we're ready to battle.
I'm a big football fan, so me having the opportunity to play against that, I enjoy. Like, it's a big thing, so we plan on taking it head on and competing.
Yeah, the Monarch players ready to get out there and hit someone in a different colored jersey for a change. Coach, we're talking about, it's game day. We're getting ready for game day, right? We want to know a little bit about Ricky Rahne, the player, and his game day routine.
In high school, I always wore the same shirt, and my mom, who watches this show religiously, is going to be mad that I mentioned this, but before the state championship game, we couldn't find my shirt.
No.
Yeah, it was a bad deal. It was a bad deal. It's not, she didn't cause me to throw 2 interceptions and choke, but.
Wait. So you didn't wear the shirt.
We lost.
And you lost.
Yeah, we were undefeated.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and we lost.
So it was the shirt.
Yeah, obviously it was not the shirt.
Yeah.
It was probably my lack of throwing the ball on the outside shoulder on a fade and then staring down a curl would have been the 2 things that lost that
jump
game.
out. That jump out.
That would have been 2 major issues there.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. In college, I don't listen to music. I still don't. I never listened to music. I didn't, back then I would have needed a Walkman and a headphones and all that sort of stuff. And I didn't, all my friends would and everybody listened to their own music and stuff. I never did that. I would sleep, like even in the locker room.
Like before the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then usually, inevitably, I'd feel very closely like maybe I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
And then I'd be fine.
Okay.
We'd go out there and rock.
Rock and roll, yeah.
I mean, yeah, so I didn't have a whole lot of necessarily traditions or anything like that I would do. I know a lot of guys do and that sort of thing. And I try to, after the shirt thing, I tried to not do that as much because I
Deliberately, right?
Yeah, like I didn't want something to be like some weird cosmic thing to be the reason we won or lost. I'd rather it be, my own preparation, my own execution, that sort of thing.
Was the shirt washed, or was it one of these things where you don't wash the shirt during the season?
No, we washed it. It was just like we couldn't find it, and it was I think what had happened, it had gotten the wash too late.
Okay.
And I had to go, and that was the other thing, right? State championship games or whatever, like it's on TV, you have to go earlier than you normally do, and like it was just it was a thing. I mean, it was my own darn fault. So.
Well, okay, so you're a taller guy, but did you ever tuck and run? Were you set to use the legs if you had to?
So in high school, I had 10 rushing touchdowns my senior year.
Okay.
And then in college. But no, man, I was not a runner. I mean, like the reason, of those.
They didn't draw up it wasn't a designed run for Ricky Rahne.
No, of those, we didn't have zone read and everything, all that stuff back then, and thank God, or else I probably would have never played. But no, I had 10 rushing touchdowns. One of them, they were all on quarterback sneaks. Just one happened to be a 45-yard quarterback sneak.
Sure,
that I sprung.
Yeah, you saw some space and you took it.
Yeah, I was not a runner by any stretch of the imagination. I like to consider myself not a terrible athlete, but then it's one of those things. I still have some game tape, and you watch yourself, and you're like, I was in fact a terrible athlete, and
how did they not catch me?
Yeah, or like I think what they were trying to hurt me so bad, I looked like kind of like like when a cheetah sees like a wounded gazelle, right?
Yeah,
like
sure.
they're going after that, right? I think that's what the linebackers and defensive linemen saw. They're going to go after the wounded gazelle and try to get me, and I was able to just kind of slither out of that stuff a little bit and not get hit. So that was I always apologize to my son, who's already faster than I was, but apple trees tend to grow apples, so I apologize for that for him. Yeah.
No, I understand. I think as parents, we all do that. So we're going to take Wheels off the potential nickname list for Coach there. So this last one for you, it wasn't like it is now, but was there any, even if it was on the sideline out of view, was there any go-to celebration for you?
I was probably just like a fist pump guy.
Yeah.
Like that's probably it. Yeah. I think it was a little bit more, Joe Montana used to do it a little bit.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That was probably that's probably where it came from. I didn't mean to do it. I think it was probably something I would do. Yeah, that was my go-to celebration. I didn't have I'm not like showing my my Rolex like Shadur or anything like that. No. There was nothing. There was certainly nothing cool. I tell you that much.
I don't know, man. The fist pump is subtle, but it gets the point across. I like.
Yeah, but it was nothing that was going to be. There was nothing that was going to be trademarked.
No style points.
No, absolutely not. I in general, I'm. Other than my suits, that my wife does a large part of that. I lack a lot of swag. As my players, they repeatedly get on me about like they want me to wear different shoes, and they want, they don't like that I wear Birkenstocks, which are now cool again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I've been wearing them.
They're coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been wearing them since I was 15 years old. At the time we had cargo shorts, which are also apparently they're coming back too.
I can dust off my high school and college.
Yeah, all 90s fashion is coming back around at this point, like the 90s band shirts.
Yep.
But
have these kids ever heard the band?
No,
that's always my question.
I take a big offense to that because my kids my players will have on like Nirvana.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Red Hot Chili Pepper, Nirvana, all those, and I'm like, hey man, like, what's your favorite song? And they're like, Coach, I don't even know who this is. I was like, that seems like a weird shirt to wear.
If you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
We appreciate you sitting down with us again or standing up with us again, whatever the case may be. Looking forward to catching up with you each and every week during the season, and best of luck this Saturday against Indiana.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, here we go. First and goal. Joseph's going to try and run it in, and he will do just that. Colton Joseph, touchdown, Old Dominion.
ODU and Indiana, not the only big matchup involving Sun Belt Conference teams. There's several going on this weekend, including one not too far from here. Take a look. Coastal Carolina visiting the Commonwealth as the Shots take on UVA Saturday evening. The two teams clashing last year in Conway, with the Cavaliers taking a 19-point victory. Coastal coming to ODU October 4th. Marshall wasting no time getting going. The Thundering Herd take a trip to fourth-ranked Georgia Saturday afternoon. The Herd, the defending Sun Belt Conference champions. And a tough test for Georgia State as well. The Panthers head to Ole Miss Saturday night, looking to take down the 15th-ranked Rebels. State looking to rebound from a 3-9 campaign in 2024. And that wraps up this kickoff edition of the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. ODU and Indiana kick off tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. on FS1. For Ricky Rahne, I'm Marc Davis. Have a great weekend, everybody, and go Monarchs.